Aloha Taurus, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your October 2024 messages from Spirit. This is a general reading of the energies for October, so do integrate what resonates and leave the rest, okay? Thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button, and for commenting, because all of that helps my channel to grow and expand. As well as for the future here until November 19th, I'm going to be doing my sessions, NLP coaching sessions and readings by donation only, because we have Pluto and Capricorn until November 19th, and that energy is super transformative, as well as all the other astrological placements. We're moving into a new era, and so I want that if you need it and need the session to be able to help walk through these transformations, but don't necessarily have the finances to be available for that, that you can donate what you have. For those that are thriving financially, please, do pay the regular if you can. And if you want to purchase for somebody else, absolutely, you can pay it forward. I will move that on. Okay. So thank you guys so much. That's the announcements, and let's get to it. We're going to look at the Beyond Lemuria cards, Energy Oracle cards, and the Light Keepers Tarot. Okay, that's the one. All right. So we have She of the Lotus, and I haven't seen this one before, so interesting. This felt like two cards for some reason. Okay. She of the Lotus. So this is your main card. And it's shadow work, addressing dissonance, seeing downfalls as the flip side of superpowers, loving yourself back to wholeness, the beautiful lotus that grows from murky waters, disempowering triggers, bringing bright light into your dark corners. Okay, so Taurus, you are in the month of October. That's the general energy of bringing the light and blossoming where there wasn't light there before. Okay. So that may look like seeing some things or having some triggers come up. I will say that's a collective energy for most. Sorry, we're having, sorry about the lighting, y'all. We're having sunset start. Okay. And so, yeah. So, this is you. This is you leveling up. Okay. And this has to do with your throat chakra. So this is, we've got a lot of matches here. Okay. All right. Interesting. So the outcome is the door to value. So what you're doing is opening up the door to value, your personal value, how you value yourself, the value, financial increase. So you're opening up, valuing yourself at a much higher standard than you have before. But the triggers that are coming up are around your fifth chakra, so your throat chakra, the second chakra, so we have the sacral, okay? So your money, reproduction, the energy of, art, creativity, being able to express yourself out loud through your throat, and you have all tied up, okay? So I feel like what has been coming through for many of you Taurians is that you haven't been able to speak up and express yourself in a way where you feel seen and heard. And you might have some triggers that have been coming up or will at the beginning of October that basically just opens up some things from the past where you felt like you weren't seen or heard, or you weren't able to express yourself in a way that was to your fullest or to your value. Okay. And so, it's all coming up in order to bring you to your value. Okay. To bring you to a higher state of consciousness, as well as a higher physical, experience. Okay. So let's look into it. Let's get a little deeper into it with the tarot and see what that's about. Yeah. But she's moving through that process and blossoming anyway. I have Eight of Wands, expression. communication, chariot, expression, communication, 9 of Wands. All right, let's get the rest out here. Okay, it actually looks really good. So while you may have had some triggers in the past, what we're starting with is 2 of Wands and the Ace of the Queen of Wands. Excuse me, I said Ace of Wands, so that would be new passion coming in. So Freudian slip there. With 2 of Wands, you may have been deciding, the overall energy is deciding which way are you going. It's a crossroads, but you are very magnetic at this time. So while you might feel like you have just been going through the mud, kind of had heavier, murkier waters, there's this energy of you being super magnetic. So while you may not really realize it, you're drawing a lot of attention at this time. People are starting to see your value. And so you're going to be moving through how to balance your expressions. We have 8 of Wands, Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. Okay, this is incoming quick communication. Look at these cards. It can be, for those of you that this has to do with love, romance, the Lovers does indicate a love, romance situation. This could be somebody that in the past you could not speak up with or about, or they didn't value you that much, but it does feel like a past energy that's coming in. This is quick incoming communication, so this would not be you communicating with them, but you're having the opportunity to kind of set things right, to be able to express differently, to see your value. And this person may be even telling you, whoa, I've experienced these things in your absence, and I see your value now. This is also the card of the choice. So I do feel like that at the beginning of October, as these communications come in, because even if it's not about love, romance, it can be about any part of your life where you've allowed yourself to be undervalued or not spoken up for yourself. So this could be in a workplace, this could be with friendships, other relationships. So it does not have to be for love, Taurus, unless that's what you're looking for. And it may be multiple areas of your life, because these are pretty big triggers. Like, I'm having a hard time to talk while I'm doing this. Hold on. Excuse me. And so this is you having the opportunity to make a choice, to choose differently on how you'll communicate. And how you choose, I think that you boss up. We have the Chariot, Page of Wands, and the Emperor. I love this because this is mid-October and we have the Chariot, more communication coming in. Do you know who drives the Chariot? The balanced Emperor. The Emperor who has balanced themselves out. And the Chariot is a card, I always see it as a card of Cancer. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but the Chariot just moves through quickly, and it's quick new communication. It's changing. It's like a 180-degree turn, and he's determined on here. He's got somewhere to go. He's not just sitting on the carriage driving slow. He's driving quickly. Page of Wands is new spark, bright new energy, feeling like a kid again, having that passion. And we have the Emperor. The Emperor is the balance of all 4 kings. The Emperor runs an empire, not just a business. So if you guys are in business or thinking of starting your own business, you're going to be coming even as the Emperor vibes, or the Emperor is coming to you. It's going both ways for me. And this comes with like an offer or a communication that opens a door to your passion again, that opens the door to you being, how do what decision do I make here? Because this is a great offer. And I'm going to stick up for myself and have my value. And I almost feel like if it's a work related thing, if you don't work for yourself, it's like you apply for that raise, or if you do work for yourself, you go ahead and make a communication, you make that sale for the first time. And so really looking at that in a beautiful way, it feels really good. I do still feel a little caught up in the throat. Some of that's my own physical stuff, but some of it, a lot of it is the energetic part. So I would say, open yourself to the possibility of the blossoming. Okay. And then the end of October comes with nine of wands, 9 of pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Again, you are magnetic AF. You have persevered. The 9 of wands says you've had all those other 8 wands that you've had to put into place, and the 9's at the end in tarot, and you have persevered and fulfilled. Well, they're saying you fulfilled your contract on something that you had to heal in this lifetime. And so some of you, it's been a full-on dark night of the soul where you're not even sure which end is up or who's who, what's what kind of thing. But at the end of the day, this is you in your perseverance. And what it's led to is you've been noticed. This is 9 of Pentacles, is pre-Empress energy. You are magnetic, single for a lot of you. I mean, some of you won't be, but a lot of this is a card that can be very single, but happily so. Thriving, finances are thriving, energy's thriving, and then we have this Knight of Cups that's coming on in, and it has on the shoes with wings that reminds me of Mercury. So there's communication coming in. An offer. This can be an offer of love because it's a cup, okay? And it can be an offer of something that you love if you're not looking for love. But it's because you've actually persevered and taken your eyes off the triggers, taking your eyes and ears off of being a victim to the world, and really focused yourself into how to guide the energy where it's going, right? And you focus yourself into a better or different thought pattern. And that actually ends up with you being in this new frame within yourself. And I do feel like we have the eclipse season coming to a close. October 2nd, we have an eclipse that finishes out the fall eclipse season. And so that's actually going to be moving you forward as well with all of this. And it really opens the door for you to be in your power, to communicate differently, to value yourself in a higher way, and to get out of the cage that you've put yourself in. They asked me to choose one more card. You have the 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a victory after a battle. It's recognition. It's recognition for work well done. It's being seen and valued, and having your worth and your creativity and what you bring to the world valued and compensated and loved and cherished. And underneath that's the Hierophant. Okay, Hierophant's the priest. It's the spiritual energy, the Pope actually, but it's also a card of the husband. Okay, so Taurus, I really love this. I feel like you are leveling up in new and different ways. I'm going to just pull a couple of cards just to ask about, like, what's the practical steps for you to move past the triggers so that you can have these opportunities and feel like you're in charge of your communication again, rather than being run by the program, as it were. All right, we have 4 of Swords. Queen of Swords. Okay. And the 2 of Swords. Great. So 4 of Swords. One of the practical applications is rest. It's take some time to heal, rest yourself, nest up if you have to. Let your, the rune on her arm is the rune of fertility. So let the energy be restored to you, okay? Let yourself have the opportunity to be in this different position to where you are, how do I say that? Refilled, actually. And then we have Queen of Swords. This Queen of Swords has her sword sheathed, so she's not out here cutting anybody, but she does have her heart or her cup in the cage there. This I actually like. It's saying take a logical approach. Look at things and think of things instead of moving with your emotions when you're triggered and you have something come up. Dial down the emotion and the heart energy in this case, because Taurians, you guys have like really abundant heart energy being ruled by Venus. And so they're asking you to dial that down and actually think with your mind. This is a card of Libra. And so they're asking you to think balanced and think with your mind and go, is this true now? Does this still exist in my movie? What time am I in? Because sometimes our triggers come up and we're back at being children again. And sometimes not even this lifetime children. And it's like, well, that's too far in the past. You're right here, right now. And so how is that valuable now? And that's going to help. And in the Two of Swords, they're saying, if there's haters, triggers, what have you, they're saying to look a different way, basically ignore it. Not saying don't do your work, but you've already done the work is what they're getting at, is there's no need to tie yourself up anymore in knots inside because of outside forces. So what they're giving me is the Huna principle of where attention goes, energy flows. So they're saying if something is triggering you, guard your eyes. Don't look at it. Look the other way. Make a balanced choice. She's got the Libra scales on her tattooed on her arm. And so that is also another card of Libra. So they're asking you to take this balanced approach. Look the other way. If someone or something keeps coming up to you. Now, it doesn't mean you don't stand up and speak up for yourself, but it's like you dial down the volume or the brightness of, or in some cases, you might need a brighter room if the trigger calls for it. But you adjust to where you can think logically about the situation. And that's the practical aspects, okay? So rest up, really be in your mind rather than your emotions, and guard your eye gates and ear gates. That was something one of my friends, her mother told me many, many years ago. And as a kid, she's like, Stephanie, make sure you guard your eye gates and ear gates, because that's what, that's how she was religious. So that's how like the devil gets in, right? But it is how the program gets in. And so guard your eye gates and ear gates. And that way, as you move into what's truly for you, you're going to be recognized and valued and able to speak up and create in a way that is best for you, okay, as you. So thank you guys so much. I'm going to leave that there. I love you. And until next time, aloha.